pornography.
What up, guys? GangstaPranksta back with a brand new episode of Gangsta Plays, and we are here with our third horror game for the month of October. And I know what you might be saying. You look at the screen, you're like, what in the fuck are you playing? Let me explain.
No one thinks that.
I think someone might say, you said horror games, Gangster, and I know, like, you know, you look at that, maybe some psychological horror. We're going to find out. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. Hope you guys have been enjoying all the horror games I've been doing so far. We got one more to go after this. And we got a special game for today's episode. Episode 293. We are here with Doki Doki Literature Club. And not only that, we got the special game. We also got the special guest. Returning from last year's Phasmophobia. Gunny, welcome.
Yeah. This game's been out for years. I think everyone knows the deal about it at this point.
I don't think people do. I think people see the aesthetic and they're like, they brush it off. But it's got a more sinister tone. Actually, if you start the game, I'll put a picture of it. There's a warning. It says, you know, not suitable for all people. You have to actually agree to play the game. So there's obviously some shit here. I want to know what it is.
This game's 5 years old. It's been around.
Actually, fun fact, we were supposed to play this for the team channel before it died, but never
and
got
then we all died.
Yeah, and then we all died. What's our anime name?
Our anime name?
Kawaii?
Fuck. You should have asked me that in advance.
I didn't know it was going to ask me for a fucking name.
Just put Paolo.
That's like a Portuguese name. Like that?
Gosh. Not quite, but it's good enough. Unless you have something else. We're supposed to be a bloke in this, right? Not a...
I think we're... I don't know. I have no idea.
I think we're supposed to be a bloke in this, not a chick.
Because we were going to play it, I never did any research on it or whatever. I just know there's a dark, sinister thing that happens.
You know what? Make us George.
Okay. Do you like a J or the regular G?
The regular George, in honor of George Takei.
Like that? That's not regular George.
Who spells George like that's Jorge?
Is that? No.
George! What?
Is this George?
George. Actually,
this looks wrong.
I have one of his books on my shelf.
Geogre.
George.
George. Okay, that looks right. What the fuck did I spell? Geogre.
Joker!
I kind of like Geogre. Let's use Geogre. Fuck it. It's George. But
what? Are you?
Yeah, why not? Okay.
We're George, but the name's spelled wrong. It's very millennial of us.
Yeah. Gotta be unique. We're a unique little sunflower. Without further ado, let's see what is so sinister about this game. Do you want to start this?
No, you're starting this. Yeah.
Okay, we are going to do the anime voices.
No, we're not.
Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more, and more frequently, I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. You want this one?
You already gave her a voice already.
Yeah, I did do the hey. Ha!
I already hate this.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe you only...
That's you, dumb fuck.
Wait, this is George, or Georgie. You know, you mean Georgie.
No, you're Georgie.
I can't be everybody, goddamn.
There's like 5 of these women. I'm gonna end up being most of them, and you know it.
Okay, so do I do my regular narrator voice for...
Yeah, you are
Geogre?
George.
Okay, Geogre. Maybe,
Yogurt.
but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Georgie. How are we gonna pronounce this? George? You just
George!
Okay, we're gonna say George. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did
Voice
wait
is
for
terrible for her.
I need more high pitch. I can't pull that right now. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Because that's what Japanese people do. They're in school for most of their lives. Over half. At least that's what anime makes you believe.
Not quite. But
No, but like anything...
Japan does have, like, state-instituted daycare facilities. Unlike our countries where you have to pay for that shit.
But like with anime, they're always in school. What the fuck?
Yeah, what else are we gonna fucking do when we're that age? We go to school, we have school-related activities, and then we come home and do nothing and wait for school.
No, these people are saving the world when they're not at school. The fate of the world is always at stake.
Listen, I don't watch anime.
Yeah, me either. I've never watched one. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, George, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Wow.
You really are, George.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What's that?
Fuck if I know.
Look it up real quick while I finish this. A NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Oh.
You found it?
A NEET is basically it's an abbreviation for not in education, employment, or training. So like you just graduated high school, but you're completely fucking worthless because you don't have a job and you're not pursuing higher education.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little harder? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head.
Okay, you just omitted that one word in there.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck it, let's skip it. It was extra.
Ad lib.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. I wish. Fucking not regular school days. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs! Oh, he wasn't that excited, but...
Oh.
Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Anime club?
Why? Why is there an anime club, man? Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into my classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought...
She's blushing.
So I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. It sounds like the American election. That's... Thank you.
No, but no, whatever.
Yeah, I use that as an opportunity. We all... shoot or shoot, okay? Shoot or shoot. That we don't always make the basket, though.
Didn't shoot at nothing. You just made a stupid one-liner.
Alright,
like,
fine.
not even.
I'll let it out, don't worry. It's like I never said anything. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member.
She's a liar.
Yeah, she's a filthy liar. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. I thought it was actually going to be a long sigh here.
Well, that was your chance. You're the voice actor.
I was going to improv, but, I wanted to stick to the script.
Then you threw it away.
I did, yeah. Fine. I'll stop for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! I'm sure eventually we'll introduce a character for you. Don't get bored there.
There's going to be like... I think there's at least 5 other characters coming up.
Well, from the main menu, there's 4 girls.
Well, maybe Satan's in here. Some Satanic has to be happening, right?
Let's make a prediction. What is the twist? Is it Satan worship? Is that the anime club or literature club? They're reading the fucking book of the devil?
No. Because the Book of the Devil is actually not really that bad. It has to be the Necronomicon or some shit.
Oh, they're gonna raise the dead.
It's probably like some local Japanese
like horror
fairy tale or some shit.
Folklore.
Folklore, yes.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh shit, maybe we were onto something. Should have read this before I asked.
Yeah.
I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone!
The door slide.
I was hoping for some animation there. Oh, it is. Yeah, I think you're right. It is a sliding door. No, it's a push.
That's a trend there. Whatever.
This new member is here. I told you.
New member.
Whatever. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Oh, girl 1.
Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
She does seem like she'd have a very sensual voice. That's a good choice right there.
She's got arms behind her back. Sayori always says nice things about you.
This is yours too.
Oh, fuck.
I got 2.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
God damn it, I'm guessing that's mine.
She's got big assets. Give me big assets, voice.
Hey, George.
Oh, George! Right.
George, what a nice surprise.
That's exactly the same as Sayori.
I thought it had a tweak, a little difference.
I'll do a little tweak. It's exactly the same.
It's same, but different.
Girl voices are harder.
They are, yeah.
Fuck it, give her a deep voice.
You think? Okay.
Now, George, what a nice surprise.
Oh, we give her an accent. Hey, Georgie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. He's thrown off by the accent. Makes sense. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
Oh, Lord. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
I fucking don't remember.
Sensual.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say anything like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right!
You committing to that?
I think so. It's great to see you again, Georgie. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica's probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, George. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Choices. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica, and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
I wonder if we have an option to just, not eat them. Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Oh, yeah, okay, we'll trade it off.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Yeah, they're gonna run it.
She's got a little tooth.
Oh, she does have a little tooth, yeah. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delish. Wait. It's delicious. Sorry.
She turned 1,000 years old that day.
The cupcake is stuffed in her mouth, and she was talking with her mouth full. That's why.
Alright.
Overcome with emotions. Sayori talks with her mouth full. There we go. I'm fucking ahead of this shit. I'm really invested in these characters, so I know how they think. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to bite. Do you do that too?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. You don't want
Because
one
you don't
with
want
too
to get
much.
it all over your face.
Not that. You want one with like a good amount of like the cake and whatever's on top. You don't want too much. Because
Yeah,
sometimes.
some people, they'll like tear them in half and make little sandwiches.
Oh no, that's weird. Do you like the stump?
Weird. I don't do it.
But do you like the stump or do you throw the stump out? Muffins too.
What do you mean the stump? You have to eat the whole thing.
No, you don't have to. Sometimes people just like the top of the muffin or the cupcake and then they throw out the fucking stump.
That's fucking stupid. That's why you just like the toppings then. You're a child.
No, but like, have you ever had the top of a muffin? It's way different than the bottom of the muffin, the stump.
That's because I had the chance to fully expand. Well, I guess the stump obviously didn't have that ability.
No, usually the stump's like really dry, and it's like, why the fuck
I've
am I
never
eating
heard
this?
it called the stump in my life.
I'm putting you onto some game. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Oh, she got a little blush. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Does this...
Haven't I heard this before? Oh, made them for you or anything?
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for you, know. You dummy ass bitch.
Alright. I give up on
Fun.
Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a whole tea... Oh, it's you.
No, this is you. Oh no, this is me. The picture threw me off. You keep a whole tea
Yes.
set in this classroom?
Don't worry. The teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
What are you doing with that mouse cursor?
Is this, oh, I'm sorry. I was just clicking on the screen because I went to take a drink. Is this, Italian?
Yeah,
Monica, okay.
That's our New Yorker friend.
Okay. Don't let yourself get intimidated. You're always just trying to impress you.
That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
Oh, I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
Now hold up before you do this voice.
Yes.
Can you do the accent, but make it feminine?
I don't think so. I don't think it's possible. I'll try. So, what made you consider the literature club? Is that good?
I don't know. No?
Your accent's really throwing me off. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home. Okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. I didn't know you're from New York. How come you decided to start your own literature or your own club? You could probably be a board member for any major club. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Were you part of the debate club? Did your school have that?
No, we didn't have that.
Yeah, we didn't have a debate club either.
That's like I viewed that as a bigger school city type of thing.
I guess, yeah, because you'd go. There's like competitions and shit.
We had something a little similar. We called it Envirothon, though, where you'd have to be an expert like local animals, fauna, and stuff like that.
That sounds incredibly boring.
The winner always got like a stuffed otter to bring back to the school. My school always killed it every fucking year.
Beat it with a bat? Or no, that's a seal. Sorry.
What the fuck? No. Way to beat a dead seal. Continue on, Georgie.
I read this already. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, the publicity, and how people prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling their dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement.
Nod.
Then I'm surprised there aren't more people here in the club. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best. You know it!
Next time Monica shows up, I want to hear your feminine New Yorker, whatever.
Feminine New Yorker.
Yeah, New Yorker. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, George, what kinds of things do you like to read?
When do we get to make choices here, man?
Never.
I expected more choice options.
Never.
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga.
Good job, you said it right.
What the fuck you think I was gonna say? Manga?
Yes.
Hey, it's some fucking manga over here. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Then not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Quick side note, what's the last book you read?
Actually, it wasn't a book. It was a graphic novel, you could say, but they called us Enemy by George Takei.
Oh, who were named after?
Yes, that's like I had it laying out on my desk. It's the only reason I went with it. It's about his youth when in World War II when they dragged him to the U.S. versions of concentration camps.
Oh yes, he was in that. Yeah. Did he know he was gay at that age?
No, probably not.
No. Okay, I don't know. Some
Probably at
people
that
know.
point in time he was worried about
being
the
killed.
war.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair point. Last book I read, Power Rangers issue 100. I read that the other day.
How old are you?
No comment.
You not gonna answer that shit?
I forgot.
You're fucking gonna be 30 and you're eating comic books.
Yeah, I like it.
I guess I basically read one too, so I can't say anything.
Exactly. Why are you trying to shame me?
It's my job.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obviously by the way her eyes light up, the way that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things.
Ooh.
Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
So I can torture people.
Maybe. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Foreshadowing.
Maybe.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Oh, fuck.
Female New York,
Really? Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. It's fucking terrible, mate. For someone as chill as you! I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ah! I hate horror! She's a chain smoker. Oh, what is that? Fuck. Oh, what is that?
maybe she burned her mouth on the tea.
It's hot tea. Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's right! You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
I like that.
What? What gives you that idea? You left the beat scrap paper behind that last clumby. It looked like you were working on a poem called... But don't say it out loud!
Your Southern Belle.
Give that back! Fine.
I'll take back over, Monica.
Sure.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Oh.
Sari sidles, right?
That's a weird word, but go ahead.
Oh. Up behind Natsuki and put her hands on her shoulders.
Ooh. I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You would like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers. Open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems! We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea for everyone. Or everyone, whatever.
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we got a new member, I think it will help us a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, George? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
Oh.
I never said I wanted to join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But
I'm sorry, I thought...
we all disappoint her. George? Oh, wrong girl. George! You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided. Then, I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey.
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, and we're all gonna share it together. Monica looks over at me once more. George, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. How the fuck do I do this in a New York accent? Thank you. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, George! Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed home after school for the clubs. Or always stayed after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Any potential prospects right now? Who are you leaning towards?
Monica.
Really?
Obviously gonna be Monica.
Fucking Monica there, bud.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I'm gonna be honest, I'm sad of the... Oh my god. I'm sad of the lack of choices, but I think...
Well, you get to write a whole fucking poem now,
yeah,
so...
like, We're gonna make up for the lack of choices. You write your own poem. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes the poem the most.
Oh. So we gotta pick it for who we wanna get it.
Or
So who's the target here? Who we getting at?
I'm not setting on anyone yet. I think we put together the poem, and then the poem chooses for us. So I would say ignore the girls. We pick the words, and then we'll see where it goes. Or do you want to focus on a girl?
You said this is your adventure.
Okay. Well, you're the guest. What do you want to do?
What do you mean I'm the guest?
You're the guest of honor. So you supersede all my decisions.
Nah. Love, swimsuit, pink, covet, philosophy.
I don't know if we can pick all those, but we'll start with love. No, okay. New set of words. I like fireflies.
Oh, I love Firefly.
Okay, firefly's good.
Oh, Monica liked that. Yeah.
What word speaks to you here?
We're gonna do a
I like
sensation.
Sensation, okay.
Yeah. I'm shooting for Yuri.
We'll rotate. You pick one. I'll pick one. I'm gonna go dazzle.
It's another Monica. How about Precious?
Precious.
Oh, another Monica.
I like.
Determination's a big word.
That is a pretty big word. I like treasure.
Monica likes it too. Ooh.
Fluffy's a good one. Incongruent.
Yeah, do incongruent.
I don't even. What's the definition?
Yeah, I got Yuri.
Parfait? Is that the food?
Yeah, it's a dessert.
The one that Donkey likes from Shrek. That was the first time I ever heard
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't remember that? Like
I don't remember him saying anything about a parfait.
He says parfait, and when he's talking about waffles, I believe.
Just pick a parfait.
I'm gonna pick parfait.
I bet that's I knew that'd be Natsuki.
You know what else everybody like? Parfaits. Have you ever met a person you say, hey, let's get some parfaits? They say, hell no, I don't like no parfaits. Parfaits are delicious. No! Parfaits may be the most delicious thing on the whole damn planet.
You know, I think I preferred your humming.
Massacre. I wonder which girl likes that. Scars, Massacre.
Yeah, click on it, Massacre.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah!
Yuri, freak. I'm going to go... Sticky's good, Vivid's good. Infallible, Heaven Sent. I'm gonna go Sticky.
Sticky. What the fuck? Waterfall.
I'm really interested to see how this fucking flows. Anxiety, tenacious, secretive. Let's go tenacious.
Yeah, buddy. Ooh.
What's after image?
We're clicking after image is what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
Yuri
buddy.
seems to like the freaky shit, like the...
Well, she's big into horror books right now.
Oh, that is true, yeah, so that's right up her alley. I'm gonna...
Natsuki's like just dumb stuff.
Just a dumb
Simpler
young
level.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go... ambient.
Yeah, buddy. Whoa.
Bouncy. Suicide, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the second word on the screen you're reading. You're just now reading that?
There was another suicide?
Unrestrained.
Vivacious. Ooh, I like that one.
That's a good word.
That is a good word. I like that. Yeah, let's go vivacious.
Oh.
Inferno.
No, we're going with Inferno.
Okay. I don't want to influence your choices. Wrath would definitely be eerie. Dark
Wrath
would definitely
would be
be
good.
eerie. I want to go a little lighthearted. We've gone a little dark. I'm going to go Imagine Daydream.
Ooh.
Fester. Uncle Fester.
Romance.
Roma, okay. And this is the last word. Fickle, crimson, disoriented, starscape, email. Let's go. Aura is speaking to me.
Yeah, Yuri's gonna be all up on our cock.
Yeah, we'll see. Hi again, Georgie. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, George. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature, not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! Sayori told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year.
Didn't I? Didn't George say that?
Yeah, you told Sayori that, and Sayori has now told her. And last year, too!
I thought he said it publicly last time.
Nah, I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Is that a threat?
Yes!
Natsuki, you certainly got a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room.
Oh, shit.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
If manga is literature, so are comic books.
Yes.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. George always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so?
You two really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Oh. How come? You and George can be good. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I thought I had a little bit of the New Yorker there. How come? You and George can be good friends too. Sayori. That was me. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Signori.
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, and it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal about it if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
What do you think it is?
A dick.
Okay. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
Of course it's a fucking book. She's a nerd. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Mitsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah. Oh.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Kinda sketched out right now. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Ah! Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well?
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. She didn't
Cheater!
even read it! The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an anonymous or ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and while her life is in danger. She needs to desperately choose who to trust,
I'm gonna be honest, I would actually read this. That sounds interesting.
right? No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be some nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, George?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided moral interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I?
Yes.
Not again! I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
Oh.
When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kinda forget to pay attention to other people.
Oh, I was expecting like some dark ass shit.
So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Ah, that's... Well, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? What about this fucking poem we wrote?
Don't worry about it. You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it.
Eh.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Ah! Yeah.
We startled her. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. That's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I never really understood that, where you're reading with somebody, like, around you. Like, you
Yeah,
want to
'cause
be
most
around each other.
Yeah, most people don't even read at the same speed either.
Yeah, but, like, usually you're reading a different book, and, like...
But in this specific instance, they're reading the same.
Yeah. So they can be like, oh, shit, page 4.
She's like, I'm still on 2!
It's gripped me. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Are you Canadian?
Eh? I do, eh? I really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ah!
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
Ah! I suppose so.
Oh, sorry. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh.
Here.
Oh! Finally. Different fucking perspective. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side.
Like Bucky told us how to turn pages.
Yeah. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. He's getting a hard on.
Yeah, if you're a high school age dude and you're like in this situation.
Oh, the blood
you're
has
maximum tent under there.
Oh yeah. The desk is probably 4 inches off the ground. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Eh?
To turn the page.
Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
Okay, I moved.
Oh shit, it did, yeah. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Oh, now she's smiling. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
She's calling you stupid.
Just because you read so doesn't mean you're stupid.
It kind of seemed like she was alluding to that.
No, it just means you don't have the practice. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Quick timeout here. Are you bored as shit? I am so fucking bored of talking to Yuri.
I mean, this is the game.
It is, but like, oh my god, there's so many other characters. Why the fuck are we, like, we're talking about reading. Like, oh my god. We're reading about reading. Like, this is death to me.
Oh, we're stuck in it, dude.
Oh my god, yeah we are.
We haven't even got to the poem that we may or may not even happen.
Is this the horror aspect where it just feels like you're playing a game for the fucking rest of your life? You're in purgatory?
Well, maybe tomorrow.
This game just drives people to kill themselves. Like, oh my god, it's so boring. I'd rather die.
Well, maybe tomorrow we'll talk to a different girl and read a book with her.
Holy fuck, I hope not.
Or maybe we'll read the poem here soon and, I don't know.
Yeah, the
All
poem
he knows
was...
right now, we're basically just pitching the tent hard while talking to Yuri because she's fucking drenched.
Wow. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses a lot of things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, or into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of you, of your, or some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Oh, thank God. Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But George, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
Sweet, we ruined our chances, thank God.
It's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing.
Mm.
I guess I more meant it that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone! I think it's about time we share our poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking for...
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
Oh. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up, you know?
That's good reasoning.
Oh, sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I saw Audacity pop up there.
Yeah, I just, for some reason, I'm like, what if my audio has not been recording this whole time?
And we're gonna fucking just speed read through this and play it on ourselves.
Yeah, and I also wanted to know how long we've been going on.
We've been doing this over an hour.
It has, but it felt like over a day and a half.
You were running to do this.
I thought it was gonna be better.
I'm like, oh, let's just do a simple jump scary game. You're like, no, I want to do this thing.
I want psychological horror.
Well, it's fucking draining on you, that's for sure.
Holy shit, it is.
Anyway. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up, even though he shouldn't, because, well, his erection probably has gone away by then. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. By the way, do you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everybody's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Oh, please not. Okay. You had the same fucking thought?
Nah, I wanted to be with Yuri. Whatever.
Oh. I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't even picture that. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Uh-oh.
Who should I show my poem to first?
I'm gonna say Yuri, since we spent the whole fucking day flirting with her.
That's what I'm saying, like... It makes sense, but I kind of want to get away from her. She's giving us some creepy vibes.
No, I want the creepy vibes. You know, she's gonna be a fucking freak in the sheets.
Who knows if we even get there? I think Natsuki's kind of rolled out. She seems kind of like young and...
Oh, we don't know. Maybe she'll be maybe her poem will blow us away later on. But I
wanna
say
show
we
it to her
do
first?
Yuri for today.
Yeah, okay.
We'll keep on.
Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
Woo is going
Yeah,
to hate me.
Ooh. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Hey?
I'm so sick of this bitch. My God.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use your imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Huh. Well, I know that. I just meant...
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Using big words.
And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Actually, here's a quick question. Have you ever wrote, like, you know how you were in those creative writing classes, English classes, whatever?
Yeah.
Is there a story that you wrote that, like, sticks with you? Because I have one for me.
Read it for the class.
No, I don't have the story, but I recall the premise of it. It was about a World War II soldier. He was in Germany, and he just really misses his family. And he just keeps thinking about his family, and he's like, you know what, I just got to do this mission, then I can go back home, whatever. And then during the mission, he ends up dying, and then he never gets to see his family because he dies. So, I don't know why, but that always pops in my head when I think of, like, stories I wrote when I was in school.
And you wrote that.
I wrote that, yeah.
Well, good for you.
Thanks, man. I was actually pretty proud of it.
At least someone was proud about something.
Did you read this?
I have no idea. Yes, I did.
You did read it. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course. That's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Hey?
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. Woo. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily. Is that a word?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Really?
As if it's... I've never seen that word. Or I've never even heard anybody use it in a sentence. Dreamily. Wouldn't it be dreamingly?
No.
I don't know. As if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, here we go. Ghost Under the Lights. I wonder if I click outside poem area to continue. Okay, hold on. Let's read this.
So, I feel like there's something significant about these poems now.
Well, it's probably going to tell us like a little bit about them. Like they're...
Well, somehow we have to get into something that fucks everything up, right?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Game's gotta get fucked up at some point in time. Like, the game breaks itself and turns off, right?
I have no idea.
I think it happens at some point.
The game turns off?
Yeah, it'll shut off at some point in time.
That better not fuck up my recording. I'll be very upset.
Shouldn't. I also have back in the day, it did happen to people, though. But then you have to, like, open it up or maybe close back out of it in a different way, because it gets a little fucky.
Like, am I going to open it up and there's a jump scare?
I have no fucking clue. All I remember is hearing about this shit back in the day.
Oh. Let's read the poem. Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I battle.
I bathe.
Oh, there is an E there. What did I say?
Battle. We'd also be missing a fucking T. That's clearly a fucking H, but I can see how you could construe that as an L if you're half blind.
Yeah.
Continue. I bathe.
I bet. I don't know what that next word is. Calm? Calm.
With a semicolon.
Breathing. Air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Like on the poem. Oh, never mind.
I read it. That's fine.
I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. No, it was good handwriting. Gangsta can't fucking read cursive.
It was a little small. Come on. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all.
But you took a long time to read. Oh, great.
It was small. It's tiny font. She could write a little bit bigger.
That's because there's
no
two
lines.
people here looking at it, so that's why it took so long to read.
Well, that's true, but there's no lines. Like, she can. It's a blank piece of paper. You can use as much space as you want. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Because you're a fucking idiot.
Yes. See? She doesn't know he's an idiot.
Yeah, no, she's talked down to us 3 times in this one conversation. Here's for something easy to digest, I suppose.
Okay, hold on. Side note, are you still interested in her after she's kind of, disrespecting us?
Oh yeah, I'm still interested in her.
You're still invested.
I don't want to be with no dumb hoe.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Oh, here we go. Wait.
What the fuck is that?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, George, you fucking moron.
Isn't ghost in the title?
Yes.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after all. I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works.
But poems are kind of like art, you know? It's like it's up to the person's interpretation of it.
Yeah, especially with poems.
Yeah, subjective.
Anywho, they usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
Who the fuck's place of comfort is under a fucking streetlight?
Symbolism, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing, really.
Every time she says a piece of me dies.
I don't even know what sound to properly make for it. Is it eh? Eh?
I think it's yeah.
Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, George.
Me too. Who are we showing it next? We did talk about Natsuki. She's a little biased. We'll find out why she's biased, or maybe, you know.
Well, if... I don't know. Do you want to have a full conversation with yourself?
I was just thinking that, I'm like... yeah, fuck it. You can do Monica if you want. We'll back and forth a little bit.
Do that. Alright, hey Georgie! Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyways, wants to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Georgie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
I like Monica calling him Georgie.
Yeah.
I want to keep that a thing.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
It's a thing. But it's that sort of barrier that we're all gonna get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Georgie. I was going oh in my head while reading it.
I was going oh in my head.
I was going oh in my head while reading it.
Oh fuck.
really metaphorical. Says, I'm not sure why, says, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. She's a dumb bitch.
Basic.
Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I know I listened to her fucking talk for 10 hours.
We did. I can tell you it's awful firsthand. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own things. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. Like me. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So, don't force yourself to write that way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
I do. I'm actually very interested.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
I'm the vice president, but I'm not very good.
No, she's the president.
I thought she was vice president.
No, she's the president. It's her club.
Oh, yes, you're right, yeah.
The girl,
Why is she the vice president?
Sayori, is the vice president.
Oh, okay. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall.
The word "the" is not there.
I just said hole in the wall. I didn't say the hole in the wall.
No, you put "the" between "in" and "wall."
Hole. Oh,
Anyway.
hole in wall. Okay.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. You fucking swipe scrolling. I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry.
It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas?
My retinas.
My retinas. I forgot how to read English. Already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
I'm gonna be honest, when I first read this, I just assumed she looked at, like, a solar eclipse, and she got blinded.
Nah, bro, she's looking. She sees that bloke and... Oof. You're that bloke.
Could be.
So what do you think, sis?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Hold on, we gotta take a pause. There's a fucking giant spider crawling on my monitor. Okay, hold on. You can keep reading. That was a real jump scare so far, motherfucker.
What?
I don't know where the spider went.
Fuck a spider. You're in the basement, aren't you?
Yeah, it was huge, and it was crawling in the middle of my screen.
Was it like the size of her tits or something?
Yeah, as soon as I turned on the light, it just vanished.
That is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out when performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
If you want to tag me in for the Monica voice, just let me know.
No, you got you have 2 full conversations. No, you have 1 full conversation coming up.
I'll do the next one. Oh my god, do we have to go one by one? Holy shit.
George doesn't have that voice.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Something like you know. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
I do like that. I used to do that when I would write stuff. Just write like a basic thing and then come back to it and spruce it up.
Yeah, it's a draft. Just get shit out there.
Exactly.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Should put that on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're going through everybody. I'll go with Sayori. I'm getting...
Yep. I get a fucking break.
Yeah. Oh, you
doing Yuri
volunteered.
for that long. Holy shit.
You volunteered for the Monica one.
Anyway.
This is a good poem, George. No, holy fuck, hold on. I have my Monica. This is a good poem, George. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare... Oh, am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me how you were really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, George. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? This will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. See, this is some nice fucking font that I can read.
You say so.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you testing me or trusting me to wish a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you to. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I like it. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it.
Okay.
Natsuki
I have
is
bad news for you.
what?
It has taken people upwards of 4 hours to complete the first act of the game.
Act?
And it doesn't... Yes, it's not until the second act just things get scary.
Oh my fucking god. How long have we been going?
An hour and a half. Because I've been digging through Reddit, and there's a poll here from people. And 18% of people say it took them 4 hours or more to get through the first act.
Holy fucking shit. And nothing scary happens before then?
No, because at the end of Act 1, there's a major event that happens. And it kicks off the scary shit for Act 2.
Okay, well, let's finish the poem shit, and then we might end it. If that's the case.
Maybe
holy
that's
shit.
the end of Act 1. I don't know. Because there are people here that's saying they did it in like 2 hours or 1. But they are not the majority.
Yeah, majority's probably 4 hours.
Actually, the majority is 2 hours. They make up 23% of the poll.
Hey, maybe we're in that percentage.
I don't know.
Alright.
Well, it's about what I expect from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
It's hot. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Holy fuck, is she stupid?
Okay.
Like, he even plays like a little kindergartner song.
Yeah, very, like, dumbed down, childish.
Yeah! I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. Like, when it's easy to read, but hits you hard.
Kind of like hers.
Yeah, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
I liked it. Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. I did notice that. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Do we get to read our poem? Like, I want to see what the fuck we wrote with all the words that we chose.
No.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Eh? Eh? Fucking hell, why I gotta do it?
Sensual.
Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss that symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. It just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks! It really ain't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it.
Probably the target demographic.
And George did too. My gosh, I thought it was stupid as fuck. So, based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And George liked my poem too, you know.
Everyone's gonna talk about like, oh yeah, George liked my poem. He said he liked my poem. He said he liked my poem.
Right? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Did he say he was impressed by yours? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Smack!
Music stopped too.
Yeah.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, fuck. Eh? That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that George appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Ah! And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself, fucker? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew the size bigger as soon as George started showing up.
Oh, she's saying you stuffed her bra?
Yeah, it says. Good job.
No,
Figured
I
it out.
assume that, like, maybe she hit puberty first, you know? One summer, you know, a girl comes back with just the most massive tits in the world, and it's like, what happened? Puberty.
Wow. Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little...
That's not funny!
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
George! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. That's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, but force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, George. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, George? Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Help me, Sayori!
Is that your choice?
Yeah, help me.
You don't want to lean one way or the other?
Well, of course I'd lean towards Yuri. But what would you do? I don't want to piss off Natsuki, though.
I mean, she already seems to be at level 10 here. I'm gonna say help Sayori.
Yeah.
Natsuki glares at me, drying up words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? George?
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Oh, well, they're both being bitches. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up bitch she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes...
Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everybody's so talented. So why are we fighting?
Because... Well...
Also, Natsuki's cute. And there's nothing wrong with that. What the fuck? Oh my god. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Can't believe I just read that. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands beside... Oh, I thought I said something else. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off.
Fucking gone.
Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I am not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing of me. You do the good laugh. Do the... Yeah. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly.
Georgie, How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. George! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of stuff happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew! You know, George, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm ready to cut it there. Thoughts?
You can't upload that if you're not gonna keep going.
Well, I was gonna say, maybe we can come back to it at a later date, but for this episode of Gangster Plays, I think we should cut it here. I think we're at the 2-hour mark officially. Just about. We can revisit this, but I'll say for this episode, we're gonna end it here. If you want to revisit it, hey, I'm open to it. People want to see it, let me know in the comment section. But I think as far as today's episode, we're gonna end it there. Credits are gonna roll, and we're gonna move on. What do you think of the game?
Well, right now, it's just dull as fuck.
Oh my god. I think death would be a great release from this.
Well, apparently what's coming in the game is, that's gonna happen.
Oh, I kinda like... Oh, hold on, I'm gonna hit save. So if we do come back to this, we can just pick up right here easily. So if we do decide to come back to this, we'll pick up right where we left off. All our choices, all 3 of them, they'll have saved, and everything that we've done so far. So if you do want to see us continue the Doki Doki Literature Club, let us know in the comments section. But again, for now, for this episode, we're going to call it here. Long episode, 2 hours, a lot of time. How's your voice holding up?
It's still fine for now.
Yeah, mine's not too bad. It's a little scratchy. But I think for the most part, it wasn't too bad. There was a good balance. We took the characters. No one was really talking for too much amount of time. So, again, one more time, if you want to see it, let us know in the comment section. That is going to be it for this episode of Gangster Plays. This is going to be our 3rd horror game for this month. Unfortunately, it was not scary. There are supposed to be some creepy or unsettling. I don't know what words you'd use to describe it, but if you look at the Steam page, it says horror, it says psychological horror. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get to that because it's really deep in there. You really gotta grind through the game. So we might get to it if you want to see it, but let us know. But yeah, for this episode, that is going to be it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. keep up with everything that's going on the channel. Gunny, I want to thank you for joining me again this year, and maybe we'll see each other again soon for the rest of Doki Doki Literature Club.
That's possible.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. Catch us next time. Keep up with everything that's going on the channel. And until then, guys, peace out.
Bye-bye.